What?
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
See what? So what? She did end up moving into the same complex.
Of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Black 58, Will. Black 50.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Left, 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 left. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Check, 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 check. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. A spin. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Hines. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Let's see what you do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah. That's how you get in.
This is Hines. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58!
They run with Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10, then 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again.
Here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Z!
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Left!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Here we go! Green 39! Green 39!
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Here we go now!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. He'll Only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Okay.
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, first and 10.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Look at.
Here's Manziel. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10.
Lucky 56. Gone.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now Manziel. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit!
Manziel. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Left.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Yeah. Just like that.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
You almost just told it.
Ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Left.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to wind up in air. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Why are you fighting sleep?
Here's Hines. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Left, 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 left.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, he's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Good, good! Good, good! Good, good! Good, good! Detroit! Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his left. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Good, good! Good, good!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll go on the ground, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
I love you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes takes it himself and able to follow his center and pick up the first. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Left. Ace.
Now they try the right side here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now here's Mahomes, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This complete to Henry over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Patrick Mahomes, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So now we'll look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
I didn't. Straight up.
They'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ooh, Chile.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Green, 90.
On 3rd down. That's Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
I said at the end, can you relax? Jesus. You want to overreact?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Okay. I just told you, bro. Okay. Thank you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama, and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Hines. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down. Well, this secondary's done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter the man, the zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stop.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. They'll run forward with Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Oh. No, bro. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro. Thank you, bro. You need to lose that attitude. You got 14 hours.
This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's first and 10 here.
Whatever disdain you got on your chest right now, I need you to lose it, okay?
A good burn rush there gets him
I know,
7
but
up to midfield.
whatever on top of it.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how
Good
about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Here's Manziel. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal.
What's happening?
Over! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try to run it in with Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And McManus able to put it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first down, Mahomes. And caught right side, Green. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York taking a look at the play. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Down to an Egos Manziel, and that should be your ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
He knows what's best
A
for
road
me.
win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And I'll just say, I'll just say. I'll just say. I'll just say. Thank you, Lord. I gotta me some wild wings. He knows what's best for me. So I'll just say, I'll just say, thank you, Lord. Back. Say less, guys.
What are you talking to?
You ain't hear me?
What'd you say?
You ain't hear me?
No, what'd
Did
you
you
say?
full of shit? I said if only I had somebody to love me.
Oh, you always saying that crap.
Oh, wrong answer.
See, that's ridiculous. I just think you trying to be tough. Sorry, though.
You think I what?
I just think you trying to be tough. But it's okay. There's only one. I hear you. And that's good for me.
I'll just say thank you, Lord.
Yeah, tell her thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What you said? He was gone. She doing her hair.
She down her hair. Yes, ma'am.
I like girls, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
6,000? Fuck.
What you do, Trey?
Alright, I'm ready. Come on. Got the purple ones on. Alright, back to the rec center. Bam, you done?